Welcome back to Finnegan's Garage. We're going to do something a little different here. We've realized, David Newburn and I, that I don't upload nearly enough videos for you guys. I just got home from a roadkill shoot day before yesterday, and I'll be leaving again shortly. So getting anything done here on the wall of shame, which I don't even think you guys can read it because the shame is up higher, is difficult. But when I do something, when we do make something, we'll give it to you. We will. In the meantime, we're going to answer your questions and give you an update on our lives. We just wrapped a roadkill shoot with the Maserati, actually. This time on roadkill, it's all the way dead. Also contained something none of us expected, which was the truck being stolen right after we got done filming, which just blows my mind. And our friend Wiley, who works on the roadkill crew, was towing it home with our other friend Alex, and they stopped at a hotel in Blythe, California. And while they were asleep, somebody pushed the Maserati off of the trailer and took off with it. It had a blown up engine, it had a broken transmission. It is really kind of a crappy truck, but holds a lot of sentimental value for all of us that have worked on it and tried to make it run 10-second ETs and do wheelies, which is what the guy said who sold it to us.
Obviously not roadkill fans.
No, my guess is tweakers. Like, you don't steal a 455 Olds powered Mazda RPU unless you're a meth head, especially not one that's broken. So it's currently gone, but if you've seen our yellow truck anywhere around, please send an email to theguys@roadkill.com or send me a message, comment here, whatever. We'd like to have the truck back. You know, because someday it's going to run 10s and do wheelies. I don't know how, but someday.
Maybe with new owners.
Yeah. Maybe. Attempted Murder Nova, Dave's car, has a new motor and trans in it. I don't know which episode number it was, but it was recently. We introduced you all to Hunter White. Super nice guy with an awesome Camaro that didn't need his 540 big block Chevy and Tremec TKO.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's now in his car, waiting for us to figure out whether we're going to put a carburetor on top of that motor or some new Holley EFI products. One or the other. We'll figure that out and we'll make a video.
It's close. All it needs is a drive shaft right now.
Yeah.
I can drive it.
You could drive it.
I could drive it.
We put a post on Instagram about 35 minutes ago. How many are there now?
Let's see. Well, 735.
735 of you cared enough to, write something down.
So we'll just start scrolling.
Is that the Cuddy?
The Cuddy 405.
No way.
When you going to do a video with the Cuddy 405 doing fun stuff with hot rods?
Dude, guy's kind of famous. Fast, too. How fast is the Cuddy? Whenever I see videos of it, and it's a turbocharged power plant, usually the clocks are off. Which makes me wonder.
I say
do we have a chance?
We see a showdown with the 55 and
55 versus the Cuddy?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be rad. Unless I get stomped on. What if it's like a 7-second car?
Whatever.
Whatever. You're not driving. Not your problem.
Still fun.
Yes, sir. Anytime you're ready, we'll do something. We'll have fun. What else we got here?
When do you plan to get back to work on the C10?
It's on the board.
That was from Two Trucks Ron.
Oh, Two Trucks Ron wants to know when we're going to work on the C10. I don't know. The 55 is in one piece, so that's really not in the way anymore. I hope it stays in one piece. I have a grudge match with John Chase from Hoonigans coming up in February. If you all are anywhere near Pomona, California, February 8th, I think is the date, he and I are going to line up at the NHRA Winter Nationals, and we're filming an episode of Roadkill about it, and the Hoonigans are filming their own video. It's going to be cool. So that's out of the way, which means I really don't have any excuse for not working on the C10, except for the fact that my turbo boat is sitting right there in front of me, and I really want to drive that. So I think the next thing we work on is the turbo boat, and then the C10. I'd like to drive the C10 as well, but the turbo boat is really just staring at me, taunting me.
It's so close.
It looks really close. It's not, though. It's really not. There's a long list of stuff there. So that's why. The C10 is sat because the 55 dominated my life for the last year and a half because it kept breaking, and I kept wanting to run it at drag week and finish drag week, and we did finish drag week. We ran our first 8-second pass, and now the car can sit until it's time to race John Chase and break it off in him.
Yeah, it can sit for a month.
Yeah.
I did see a question earlier. I'll have to find it later. Someone's asking if you're scared of losing.
Me?
To him.
To John?
Yeah.
I have nothing to lose. I didn't call John Chase out. John called me out. So if I lose, I mean, the bet is the beard too. So it's John's beard versus my beard. Whoever loses is getting shaved right then, right there at the track. I'm part Yeti. This will grow back in days. So, no, I got nothing to lose at all.
I want to race their Nova, just saying.
You want to race Scotto's Nova?
Yeah.
Attempted Murder Nova versus Scotto's Nova.
Napalm Nova.
Dude.
Let's make it.
You guys have similar.
Let's make it happen.
You guys have similar cars and engines. He's got a big block.
He's got a 555 and a 6-speed. I got a 540 and a 5-speed.
Really? His is a stick?
Yeah. That's what.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right. So here's John Chase called us out on the internet. So I'm calling Brian Scotto out on behalf of David Newbern. Drag Week 2019. You two line up. You have the exact same color car.
Yeah.
Why can't this happen?
I know.
It's plenty of time.
Jesse Johnson, 97. How was the culture shock from California to Georgia?
That's a good question. 3.5 years ago, I moved to Georgia, and that's a big change from California. The things I noticed the most, in California, everyone's in a hurry. Everyone's kind of walking with their heads down. Not a lot of eye contact. Not a lot of, waving, friendly stuff. That doesn't happen. Here, when I drive down the street, people are waving at each other. And this is Georgia in a nutshell. When I moved here, I had two 26-foot-long Penske trucks, each one with a car hauler behind it, hauling one of our project cars. I had a Bridgeport mill in the bed of my pickup. I had my drag boat behind my pickup. I had all the contents of my shop and my wife and I's apartment. And we got here February 1st, backed it all in the driveway, and I'd say within 4 to 6 hours, it was all in the house because 8 of my neighbors, many of whom I'd never met, just came over and helped us move in the dead of winter. And when I was done, I thought, how much do I owe you? This is crazy. And nothing. Welcome to the neighborhood. And so I fell in love with the people of Georgia as soon as I got here. Never mind the fact that the gas is cheaper, real estate's cheaper, everything's cheaper. And if you can get around the couple months of humidity we have in July and August, this place is paradise. So California, I miss my friends and the tacos. Not much else.
Andrew DeMoss, got any nitrous tips? Make
Nitrous
sure your
tips.
fuel solenoid works.
Yes. Make sure your car's wired properly. Nitrous is awesome. Dollar for dollar, best way to improve the power of your car when you don't have a lot of money to spend. But, I mean, you have to be on your A game. It has to be wired properly. Your tune-up has to be good, It's just, when it all functions properly, your motor will last quite a long time and you'll make the power you want. When your ground wire comes loose on your fuel solenoid, but your nitrous solenoid is still working, you tend to put holes in pistons like Dave did here at Drag Week.
It went fast, though.
Briefly. Briefly.
Got the job done.
Let's see. Jacob Griffiths 9. Do you think Roadkill will ever be back on YouTube? I don't know. For those of you that are curious what's going on with Roadkill, or have no idea, or are wondering why I've never addressed the subject, the folks that own Roadkill, which is not David Freiberger and myself, they have chose to stop uploading new episodes to YouTube and instead load them onto their own platform, which is motortrend.com, or the Motortrend app. And you can still watch them for free. There's commercials involved in that, and it's on a different place. You got to go somewhere else, which I get it. It's a pain in the butt. I 100% hear what you're saying, you guys, and I understand if you live in a geo-locked country, you can't watch it unless you hide your IP address. I get all of that. my honest opinion here, though, is I think if they hadn't made this move, eventually Roadkill would have died a slow and painful death. Or we would have needed so many sponsors to keep it afloat, to make it profitable enough that the company that owns Roadkill would want to keep doing it. You wouldn't want to watch it. So, you know, it was... Roadkill was born on YouTube. You guys are responsible for the reason why it exists, why I have a job, all of that. And it's unfortunate that it's moved, but there's nothing we can do about it, and I love making it. So I urge you guys to keep following it, keep watching it, and you know, we're still having fun. Hopefully you are.
All right, Lester Drake 93. What is your ultimate end goal for Blasphemy?
What's my ultimate end goal for Blasphemy? I think I'm not unlike most drag racers where you go, I just want to run 9s. And then you get there and you go, you know, 8s would be cool. I don't know. My original goals for this car were to go compete and finish at Hot Rod Drag Week. We did that this summer. And that morphed into, well, hey, wouldn't it be cool to run an 8-second pass? And we did that. And currently, I'd like to try to win the Gasser class at Drag Week. I think we had the car to do it this year and just played it too safe. And I'd like to attempt it again next year. So that's the next goal. If I could probably win Drag Week with this car, after that I'd probably park the thing for a long time and, you know, focus on the rest of the projects in the garage. Carpe effin' diem, did you steal the Maserati? No, I did not steal the Maserati. It's true, I love the Maserati, even though it doesn't love me back, but no, I was on an airplane, I think, when we found out it got stolen, so... Devin Brown 24. I've been watching Finnegan's Garage a lot lately, and you have awesome fabrication skills. Where did you learn to MIG, TIG, and fabricate? Thank you very much. I don't consider myself to be an awesome fabricator. It's more of a means to an end. I have no formal training at all. I took high school auto shop and learned how to rebuild engines there, and all of the things I know I've learned the hard way. I could never afford to pay someone to build me a race car, but I wanted to race, so I had to learn to do this stuff myself. So I just kept buying tools and just taught myself how to do things like MIG weld and TIG weld, and I've gotten better at it, but I wish I had gone to school or had some sort of formal training for all of this stuff, because I'd be a lot better than I am. Did you cry when you realized the Maserati was stolen? I almost did. That was Matt 350. I did not cry because I was on an airplane. I had landed at Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, Georgia, turned on my phone, and it just blew up with texts from the Roadkill crew about the car being stolen. I did not cry, but I was really bummed out because the plane landed, and I was all excited to talk to my wife and kids because I hadn't really been home in 2 weeks. And so I was all excited, turned on the phone, and was just like, really? Like the Maserati is a crappy truck, but we've worked so hard on it, especially this last shoot. Like, we busted our butts on this thing trying to make it fast, and so to have somebody steal it, it's I've had another car stolen. I had my first and only Datsun 240Z when I was in college was stolen. I was bagging groceries at a Vons in Diamond Bar, California. Came out when it was my turn to collect the shopping carts, and my car was gone, and it felt like somebody stabbed me in the heart. It sucked. It was the worst feeling ever. I walked around for half an hour in the parking lot just trying to convince myself. I just couldn't remember where I parked it. And so having the Maserati stolen feels a lot like that. That's one of the few Roadkill cars I would personally own. You know, if it was available to me, I would buy it. I would bring it home. I would clean up the install on it. You know, that's probably not going to happen now because some tweaker stole it.
Yeah. Conky GT. Where's J-Lo?
Oh, where's J-Lo? I almost forgot about J-Lo. J-Lo, my '06 Chevy Crew Cab Dually Duramax lowered awesome truck. Sold it to my buddy Mike Alexander, and he's driven the piss out of it. Every time I turn around, he's hauling something with it and breaking down, which I feel bad about. But yeah, it's out in California somewhere. You have to ask Mikey. All right, let's do 2 more and then go back to work, because that's what people really want to see is work. If you had to make one signature dish for Gordon Ramsay, what would it be?
Chicken tenders.
I knew it, dude. I knew it. It was going to be pizzas or chicken fingers. Not hiding the numbers from John Chase. You'll find out exactly what I got coming for you in February. And I'm bringing a bazooka, so I hope both barrels are loaded and try 5 by fire. Good luck.